Hi everyone. I thought I'd try something a wee bit different for this month's Spotlight and actually look at the folk club itself. Did you know that Cruden Bay Folk Club was formed in October 2012, which means that this is our 10th anniversary year? There had always been a gathering of musicians in and around the village, and we'd often spoke about setting up our own folk club. But oddly, the catalyst was a chance meeting between American country singer Skip Gorneman and myself down in the village. He was just passing through and he stopped to have a chat, and he asked if there was anywhere that he could get involved in a bit of live music. I said, give me a couple of hours and I'll see you in the Killie with a few friends. Soon afterwards, this same group of players formed a first committee and set about starting our club, which opened its doors on Friday the 26th of October 2012. And up until COVID hit the world, we have met on the last Friday of the month since that time. As I'm sure most of you know, I look after the Folk Club website, and this has been the repository of the content I've delved into for this Spotlight feature in our very own club. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is the numbers which roll up on the home page. I've been updating them for years, and I think they make pretty impressive reading. It's hard to believe, for example, that we've had 90 regular meetings in the years before COVID, since when we had a year out during the first lockdowns before launching our virtual club nights, of which this is the 7th of those. What's even more mind-blowing is that we've enjoyed 2,051 set list items from around 410 individual performers and have held 82 workshops and concerts over the last 10 years. As it says on the home page, we've done quite a lot to be proud of since October 2012. As many of you will remember, we met in the Killie Lounge Bar for the first few years, and we had some fantastic lively nights there. But it presented lots of challenges setting up the PA when people were still eating their dinner, and delaying the start to allow most of them to finish before the performers could take to the stage. It's amazing when you look back at some of the earlier videos. Some of our younger members were just kids at the time, and some of our more seasoned regulars were a good deal lighter and seemed to have much more hair than they do now. I'm referring to the menfolk, of course. When trawling through our archives, I found some fantastic footage that I want to share with you now. The first clip took me some time to piece together. It was fragmented in a dozen different parts. It was shot on November 2012 at our second club night. And Russell Taylor leads us with his song Rolling Home, with an assembled group of musicians joining in. And I think it really captured the essence of what went on in the Killie Lounge Bar on those early sessions. Although we've always called ourselves a folk club, we don't define ourselves by folk music alone. The club has always welcomed performers of every genre, and we've had some weird and wonderful performances across the years. I remember clearly meeting Andy Oxbow and the Oxbow Lake Band for the first time, and seeing them crowded into the corner of the Killie Lounge Bar with trombones and accordions and flutes and guitars, and trotting out their own unique sound. It was absolutely fantastic, and everybody really enjoyed it. And I know that we'll all have our own personal favourite moments from all of those club nights that we've had, but for me, it was often around the family connections. I remember my granddaughter Layla in 2013 taking the stage or a Christmas concert that we had in the lounge bar, captivating the audience with her strong and powerful voice. Then later, when we'd moved through to the dining room, another rendition of The Wild Mountain Thyme. I thought you might like to reflect back on those.
It was on a starry night when the hills were bright, earthly sleeping calm and still, in a cattle shed, in a manger bed, a boy was born, King of all the world. Crystal fountain, and on its tide path, all the flowers of the mountain, will you go that sing?
Keep it there.
We'll all go together to the wild mountain tide, around the blooming yellow. Will you go that sing?
If you've enjoyed these clips from our archives, you might also enjoy a poke around our video archive section. It's easy to find and there's plenty of classic performances to savour there. Here's a wee selection of what you might find, starting off with a clip from our Beatles theme night back in July 2013.
And the break, it's at the rise in the church will be ready. It's in the Jesus. Waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is the boy? All the lonely people, the blue they all go. All the lonely people, but who they all belong. Yeah, me love it now would be the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing. Hide a missile, try and catch the wind.
As I mentioned earlier, the club has staged dozens of theme nights, concerts and workshops over the years. A visit to our Looking Back section will give you a snapshot of some of those. From Robin Stapleton in concert, Simon and Garfunkel and Beatles theme nights, and even a concert from our old compadre Skip Gorman, the singing cowboy who was the catalyst who got us all together in the Killie on that night back in 2012. And finally, fellow folkies, I wanted to draw your attention to the newest page on our website, which is our donations page. Not being able to meet live has had a huge impact on our only source of income, the monthly raffles we held in the Killie. Although we've not been meeting, we still have running costs to meet, and not least of all our website and the free raffles that we have been running during lockdown at our virtual club nights, and this has made a bit of a dent in our bank balance. I thought it would be appropriate to finish this spotlight with an appeal and ask if you are fortunate enough to be in a position to give a little, to make a small donation to help us keep things going and help ensure that our wee club continues to go from strength to strength. And we can only imagine and relish what our performers have in store for us over the next 10 years. 2032, here we come.